What's good, ShoeTube? It is your boy Coach Nostra back at you guys with another sneaker review, unboxing on feet with the killer sock combo, guys. Let's jump into another one, fam. Alright guys, we've seen plenty of these boxes if you've been rocking with my channel for any length of time at all. The only difference you'll find with this one when we turn and look at the sizing tag, you've got a little extra 2K20 sticker right there next to the price. The Nike Zoom Freak 1 GE, the colorway is voltage purple / blackened blue. The size on this bad boy is an 11, guys. Let's pull these out the box and check this pair out, guys. Alright guys, there they are in hand, the Nike Zoom Freak 1 in the 2K exclusive colorway, which is another All Bros colorway, whether you want to dub these the All Bro 3s, or I've seen them labeled the All Bro 4s, simply because I want to say maybe pictures surfaced of that 3 colorway a little bit earlier, even though we actually have not gotten a release of that 3 colorway here quite yet. These you actually had to hop on 2K and play a My Player Nation game right as they were sort of getting to the end and about to transition into the playoffs. I got a game in, won the game, and the next day I was able to hop on the sneakers app and actually make my purchase of these. I don't think it was necessarily so much as you winning the game as you actually contributing to the overall percentage of a team that won that day's game. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is for example, my player, he's playing for the Rockets, and I played a game, I won the game, and the percentage and the Rockets percentage, the Rockets win percentage overall in that game, league-wide, was like 53 or something like that %. So by the next day, that 53% was still hovering somewhere around there. It was solidified. Not only did I get the win, but my team, the Rockets, got the overall percentage win. So I think that's what you needed to do. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now there's those LeBrons that are on there. I actually personally wanted to go ahead and try to take a shot at those, but I hadn't been consistent enough throughout the year. I actually picked 2K up really late simply for the sneaker unlocks this time around. But guys, it looks like I'm locked out of the playoffs because I didn't contribute all the way through and I only played a few games. So I don't believe I've got a shot at those LeBrons. Let me know in that comment section, guys, if I have not figured this out, if there's something I'm doing wrong, or maybe I just got on a little too early today. I'm going to check here in a little bit after I edit this review and throw it all together. Maybe try to hop on 2K and see if I can unlock them myself. But anyway, guys, these are tough. If you followed the Freak releases, you know that they've released 2 shoes that are very similarly color blocked. Of course, they were both the All Bros themes. One of those shoes, one of my personal favorite colorways, dropped as actually the very first iteration, the very first color that released, and it was sort of that limited colorway, that blue and orange color. Those are super tough. This particular shoe, you have this really kind of noble nobility purple that just rocks all across the upper of the shoe. One feature that this shoe has is down here in the lower portions of the lacing, you've got these bands that the lacing system works its way into. They're this hot pink color, and one thing that's really interesting is you can actually kind of see how the mesh material is not just the actual outer lining mesh, but there is sort of this very thin layer to this mesh material that overlays everything that's underneath the shoe, and it sort of adjusts the pink. It kind of blends with that pink color and makes it more of like a magenta color. Pretty cool. To me, it's one of the colorways that's best illustrated the material that lays on top of the shoe with that mesh. The laces on this shoe, the tongue of the shoe, the inner sock liner, a little stab right on the back heel portion of the shoe are all going to be what I guess that blackened blue was referring to. You've got this really dark blue, sort of like an obsidian kind of color, but I guess maybe a little bit darker, guys. Pretty tough when you look at it up close. It meshes with the rest of the colors of this shoe really well. You got a little hit of orange on both the medial and lateral side on this shoe on the actual midsole. As you can see, the sort of gradient pattern transitions from the orange more to this kind of hot pink to the actual purple back here towards the heel portion of the shoe. And of course you got that enlarged reverse swoosh with the orange speckles inside, that sort of black or blackened blue swoosh that's right there. Of course, I'm always a sucker for any speckling, and I will say that they've really gone ham with how they've designed the swooshes on all these colorways, and really the All Bros colorways, the swooshes are kind of the most toned down, as you've got just sort of the solid color swoosh with some speckling going on inside, as opposed to sort of an iridescent swoosh or a reflective gold or silver swoosh. I mean, they've done a lot with some of these swooshes on these different colorways. My favorite part is definitely going to be that gradient color transition that you see on the midsole. It stands out a little bit more as you turn and look at the medial portion of the shoe, just because it's not interrupted by that swoosh. You do have a smaller, traditionally angled swoosh back there on the medial kind of heel, ankle kind of portion of the shoe. You can see that little mud guard on the intermedial toe cap portion right there. Kind of interesting how they did that, because you do have a little material that is exposed before it gets to that little mud guard or whatever. Kind of interesting logic behind that. Of course, on that back booty section, which is another kind of favorite angle of the shoe of mine, you've got that 34, which is Giannis's number, and of course they worked it into that Greek flag, which I think is probably my favorite little symbolism and feature that they've thrown on the shoe overall. I like the contours on the back booty. I like how there's not symmetry going on back there. It really draws your eye to it. That outsole, once again, you got some translucent hits on the outsole, and then you've got some white portions on the outsole, which is something I love as a collector and something that I hate for the longevity of the shoe. But one thing that's really dope on those translucent portions of the shoe, where the roses are, the rose pods of the shoe, you can actually see there's this purple color to the actual translucent portions, and then underneath you can see some hits of orange. So interesting how you've got some transition and some sort of color adjustments there. Hopefully those don't age too terribly over time, and you can still see that orange kind of poking through. Another cool feature that I was looking forward to seeing in hand once I first started seeing pictures of these shoes. Guys, let's check these things out on feet with the socks combo from Odd Socks brand socks. They are the brand that I probably have the most of in my collection, just like a lot of their patterns and their styles and stuff, and I seem to be able to find them around here pretty easily, guys. So definitely check those guys out at Odd Socks, guys, and let's check these things out on feet. Everybody stay safe, stay informed. Appreciate you guys rocking with me and my videos. Throw me a comment downstairs and I'll hit you guys back. Y'all know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace, fam.